Hey everyone, good afternoon. It is Labor Day 2022. This is the next update in the growth for the Supertunia Vista window boxes. I actually skipped last week because they weren't looking as good and there was a lot of rain. So I'd figure this time, instead of doing the weekly update, I figured I'd do a Labor Day update. Getting pretty late here in the season. This is going to be pretty much the last month of the Supertunias because sometime in October they will get killed off by the frost unless the caterpillars get them first, because there's a lot of caterpillars in these. I've tried to fight them, but they're very hard to control. As you can see, the bubblegum have actually starting to flower pretty good, and I haven't even fertilized them in about 2.5 weeks. More flowers are on this side. I guess a higher concentration of flowers. Again, they're huge. They grew all the way down there again. Look at that. Down to where the brick is. Touching the bushes here, touching the bushes there. And technically, I could cut them back again, but since it's so late in the season, I'm just going to let it do its thing. Probably in the next 4 weeks or so, we're probably going to start getting some temperatures down into the 50s, which, again, they will tolerate, but they'll probably, again, there's going to be less sunlight. Right now, they're getting less than 4 hours of sunlight a day, so they're never going to really be able to thrive. But still, it's amazing to think because they have caterpillars on them. It just rained. And there's also gray mold on them, which I had to find out. A lot of the flowers were rotting away, and I found out that the plant is suffering from gray mold. It's a mildew that gets on the plant, and you can't really do anything about it. It's what happens when it gets into the rainy season. Now we'll go over here to the Jazzberry. And I have a little experiment I'm doing with the Jazzberry, which is I'm fertilizing it every day with a full dosage. Because I have enough fertilizer left, I don't really want to save any for the next year, so I'm going to use up the rest of the fertilizer just on this plant. Just started this a few days ago, so we'll see how it goes. Tons of growth, you can see all up there, tons of new growth that came up. And some caterpillars, not as bad as the other ones though. Here's the fuchsia, which actually looks the most healthiest it's looked all year. Even that one that was having struggles right there in the previous videos, I planted 6 in here and the 5th one started to die and it looks like it bounced back. But again, they just need more sunlight to really, you know, I wish it looked like some of those, well, back around 4th of July, everything looked really nice. But it would be nice to see more flowers than green. The Paradise are getting completely overrun with caterpillars. Nothing really I can do about it. They have just overran the whole plant, and if it was, you know, May or June, I would have been more proactive about it, but we're sitting here, the first week of September is already over pretty much, and there's no point to waste all the pesticide to try and save a plant that, you know, is going to get killed by the frost in another month. The Silverberry, this is the fullest I've ever seen it grow. It looks really healthy. Just doesn't have a lot of flowers, and I can actually see a caterpillar or something eating a flower right there. Look at that. Look at that. That's what they do. They eat the flowers. They must taste good. So, it's hard to control it. I mean, they can't kill the plant, but, I mean, the plants, there's 3 of them in there, but look at the difference, even when you get up close. And all these Supertunias, by the way, have gray mold on it, which I had to look up. I didn't know what it was, but it basically causes a lot of the flowers to rot away. And the only way to really stop gray mold is you'd have to make sure that the plant does not get wet, which is hard. And the other way is to spray fungicide on it a lot as a kind of like a pre-treatment. I'll take you up here really quick. And they're still head turners. They still look good. But, and I mean, the bubblegums still look great too. It's just the season is coming to a close, and you can tell that the plants kind of know that. I remember when I pushed all this forward, you don't even need these sticks anymore. Look at that. All this new growth. This was all bare. And I decided to not push these forward. So anyway, and I will be actually going on a vacation this weekend, so I won't be in town. So I'm gonna have to water them heavily, and then for about 3 days I'm not gonna be able to water them, so I hope that they can hold up. The good thing is temperatures have been going down, so it shouldn't be that brutal. But I'm basically gonna have to soak them all down one time, then that's it. I'm gonna go on vacation for a few days and see how they hold up. So anyway, this will be the Labor Day video. This next coming up weekend will not be a video because I'll be on vacation. So you won't see a video now for 2 weeks, and we'll see how they look. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.